In 1975, one of your own engineers builds the device that will destroy you inside your own lab, using your own money. You look at it, you know exactly what it is, and someone in that room says 5 words. Don't tell anyone about this. 37 years later, you file for bankruptcy. Because of that exact device, you once owned 90% of all photography on Earth. This is your life as Kodak. For the next few minutes, you are Kodak. Let's go. Rochester, New York, 1879. Night. A 24-year-old bank clerk named George Eastman is not sleeping. He is standing in his mother's kitchen, mixing chemicals after a full day at work. He is obsessed with one problem. Why does photography only exist for the wealthy? In 1879, taking a single photograph requires equipment heavier than a man can carry. You need a horse cart just to move it. Most people will never take a single photograph in their entire lives. George decides to change that. 1880. You start in a rented loft in Rochester. 8 years later, you change everything. The Kodak camera. 1888. George invents the name himself. He loved the letter K strong, incisive. The slogan is simple. You press the button, we do the rest. $25, preloaded for 100 shots. When customers run out of film, they send the entire camera back to you in Rochester. You develop it, reload it, and send it home. For the first time in history, ordinary people can take photographs without knowing anything about photography. 1900. The Brownie. $1. Mothers, children, farmers, anyone, anywhere can now capture a moment. And here is what you realize. You do not make your real money from cameras. Cameras are cheap. You make your money from everything that comes after the click. The film, the chemicals, the paper. Every photograph taken anywhere on Earth sends money back to you. Every single one. You are not a camera company. You are a toll road on human memory. By 1930, your stock joins the Dow Jones. George Eastman dies in 1932. He leaves behind one note. It reads, "My work is done. Why wait?" But here's what nobody talks about. 43 years after Eastman dies, someone inside your own lab starts building a camera that needs no film, no chemicals, no paper, no toll road, just a digital image stored on tape. The entire foundation your empire stands on, made completely unnecessary, built inside your own walls. December 1975, Rochester. A 25-year-old electrical engineer named Steven Sasson is working alone in your research lab. Nobody sent him here. Nobody asked for this. He is testing whether a new type of image sensor, called a CCD, could capture a photograph without any film at all. After months of quiet work, he has something. It weighs 8 pounds. It is the size of a toaster. It captures a single black and white image in 23 seconds. The image is stored on a cassette tape. You watch it appear on a television screen. It is the world's first digital camera. Sasson carries it into a meeting room. He demonstrates it to Kodak management. A photo appears on a TV screen. No film, not a single frame. Their response, "That's cute, but don't tell anyone about this." The camera goes in a drawer. Sasson keeps the prototype for 30 years. No public announcement until 2001. A patent is filed quietly in 1977 and then buried. Why? Because film makes 80% of all your profits. Every roll sold, every print made, every chemical used, all of it flows back to you. Suggesting a world without film means burning your own empire to the ground. And this is where it gets strange. Because in 1981, your own head of market intelligence, Vince Baraba, completes an internal study. The conclusion: digital photography has the power to completely replace film. You read it, you understand it, and you put it back in the drawer, because 1984 is coming, and the world is about to show you exactly what ignoring the future costs. If you felt that, if you understand what it means to look at the future and choose to lock it in a drawer, hit the like button. Not because you have to, because you are living this story, and it is about to get worse. 1984, Los Angeles, the Olympics. For decades, Kodak and the Games are the same sentence. Yellow film boxes in every camera bag of every photographer on Earth. The most photographed event in the world, shot on your film. The organizing committee approaches you with the official sponsorship. The minimum price, $4 million. You say no. Your brand is already everywhere. Every American already reaches for the yellow box. Kodak's bright yellow film packaging on every store shelf in the country for 100 years. You do not need to pay for what you already own. A Japanese company called Fujifilm says yes. They pay $7 million. They become the official film of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics on your home soil. Their packaging is green. Within 30 months, Fuji's US film sales jump 30%. For the first time in a century, American shoppers are choosing the green box over the yellow one. You did not think that was possible. You fight back. You outspend them in advertising. You win back the Olympics sponsorship at the next games. But Fuji does not retreat. They keep cutting prices. They keep winning shelf space. The gap between you is closing. Slowly, but it is closing. In 1993, you hired George Fisher, former CEO of Motorola, to lead your future. His plan: build digital products while keeping film running alongside it. Not replace one with the other. Let both exist together. In 1996, that plan looks like genius. Revenue hits $16 billion. Your stock climbs past $90 a share. You are worth $31 billion, the fifth most valuable brand on the entire planet. 145,000 employees, $31 billion. But underneath all of it, the ground is already shifting. The number I'm about to tell you won't make sense. Not until you understand one thing. Every digital camera sold anywhere in the world is one fewer roll of film purchased. Not just this year, forever. The moment someone buys a digital camera, they never need to buy film again for the rest of their life. Your entire revenue model disappears with every single sale your competitors make. From 2001, film sales start falling, not gradually. The drop is sudden and steep. Between 2003 and 2011, you cut 47,000 jobs, you close 13 factories, you shut down 130 processing labs, and then you make a move that looks like strength, but is the last act of a sinking company. Before I tell you what that move is, drop your prediction in the comments right now. Does Kodak find a way back, or is it already too late? One word: go. By 2005, something happens that should feel like victory. You are ranked #1 in digital camera sales in the United States. You beat Sony, you beat Canon, you beat Nikon. The most famous photography brand on earth is also the best-selling digital camera brand in America. But here is the trap. Digital cameras make almost no profit. Your competitors build them faster and cheaper than you can match. Every digital camera you sell barely covers what it costs to make. And your film business, the engine that built $31 billion, is now in freefall. The shelves that once moved millions of yellow boxes a year are slowing, then stopping. People are no longer printing photographs. They are keeping them on computers, on phones, on the internet. The moment they do that, they never need to buy film again. Your income is collapsing from both sides at the same time. Revenue falling, costs not. So you try something you have never tried before. You open your filing cabinets. For decades, Kodak has been quietly filing patents, legal documents that say, "We invented this, no one else can use it without paying us." You have thousands of them. Digital imaging patents, camera technology patents, patents from the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s. You start suing people. In 2010, you earn $838 million from legal settlements and licensing fees alone. You take Apple to court. You take Google to court. You, the company that invented the camera, are sitting in federal courtrooms arguing over technology just to keep your doors open. Picture that for a moment. George Eastman mixing chemicals in his mother's kitchen in 1879. His company in 2010 suing the maker of the iPhone to survive. Your stock falls below $1 in 2011. The New York Stock Exchange sends you a formal warning. Your price is so low they are threatening to remove your name from their trading board altogether. It is their way of saying you no longer belong here. January 19, 2012. Early morning. Kodak files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. $5.1 billion in assets, $6.8 billion in debts. For every dollar you own, you owe $1.33. There is no mathematical way out. Stock price, 15 cents per share, down from $94. Employees, 19,000, down from 145,000. And then comes the final blow. In bankruptcy, a court decides what you must sell to pay what you owe. Among the assets, your patents, including the original 1977 digital camera patent, the exact invention Steve Sasson built in your own lab in 1975, the one management told him to hide, the one you filed away and never fully used, the one that could have made you the leader of the digital world had you chosen to use it. That patent goes to Apple and Google for $525 million. If you want to keep living inside stories like this, not reading about them from the outside but feeling the decisions, the ignored warnings, the moments where everything could have changed, subscribe to Diary of a Brand. Every week, you become a different company, a different empire, a different choice. You know what? If you want to decide who you become next week, check the pinned comment right now. The wheel is already waiting for you. September 2013, Kodak emerges from bankruptcy. You are a different company now. No cameras, no consumer film. You are a commercial printing and packaging company, serving businesses, not families, not children, not memories. From 145,000 people, 19,000 remain. In August 2025, Kodak files an official warning to investors. The language is careful. It warns of substantial doubt about your ability to continue operating. 137 years after the Kodak camera gave photography to the world, you are still fighting to exist. The phrase Kodak moment still lives in the English language. People still say it. A moment so perfect it deserves to be captured. A phrase that outlived the company that built it. Steve Sasson's 1975 prototype, the toaster-sized camera, the one management told him to keep quiet, sits today in the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C., locked in a glass case. In 2009, President Obama awarded Steve Sasson the National Medal of Technology and Innovation, 3 years before Kodak filed for bankruptcy. Go back to that lab. December 1975. Steve Sasson walks into that meeting room. He shows the future to the most powerful photography company ever built. A photo on a screen, no film, no chemicals. And someone says, "Don't tell anyone about this." At that moment, you own the world. Nobody comes close. At that moment, you are already done. The Olympics, the layoffs, the lawsuits, the 15-cent stock price, all of it traces back to that one room, that one sentence. You built the camera, you took the photo, you never developed it. So here is what I want to know. Did Kodak fail because they could not see the future, or because they saw it perfectly and chose to ignore it? Drop your answer below. One more thing before you go. You just lived one of the most heartbreaking corporate stories ever told. Now you decide whose story comes next. There is a link in the pinned comment below. Open it. It is a spinning wheel. Every company on it is a real story this channel is building. The one that gets spun the most this week, that is who you become next episode. Click it, spin it, drop your result in the comments. This is how Diary of a Brand works. Not me choosing the next story, you choosing it. If this is your life as Kodak, subscribe, because next week you spin the wheel and you become someone else entirely.